Good Sunday morning to you. A little bit of race recap deal from this weekend. We're 2/3 done for the weekend. Still got tonight left. But first things first, got to say congratulations to TJ. He drove one of Ronnie Howard's sprint cars up there at Crowley's Ridge the other night, getting him some seat time, some lap time, and he fared really, really well up there. He had he was running the 305 car against 360s. He had moved his way up to 10th in the A main, and then the flagman threw the yellow flag thinking it was the white flag. Brain fart. Anyway, he wound up 14th out of 24 cars, and he done real awesome up there. Saturday night, Riverside track was like their shirt says. They lived up to the name last night. Unbelievably tacky. Track stayed heavy all night long. The first thing that I got to say about Riverside is if you couldn't find a place to park, there was plenty of room in the pits. You could tell that the 305s wasn't on a schedule. They had a real low late model count and a real low modified count. Don't know what the problem is. We need to find out what the problem is so we can try to figure out how to fix it if we want the place to remain open. I know everybody says, ownership sucks, management sucks, and all that kind of stuff, but, I don't like shopping at Love's truck stop to buy diesel, but sometimes I have no option. The main thing about last night at Riverside is, man, the electricity in the air, and just the excitement that I had seeing the F80 late model on that track. I grew up from a kid watching Eddie Ray Alexander and the F80 have classic battles with Bud Ward, Jimmy Holland, and several of them guys. Eddie Ray was there last night. He was in the Pace vehicle, having an honorary deal for him last night, and that was awesome. Eddie Ray looked good. Everybody was glad to see him. They got a standing ovation in the stands. And Ray, his son, is now the driver of the F80 late model. And Ray done a real excellent job in the feature. Him and TJ, had a excellent race. They never, bobbled, never touched each other. Just, had a good, awesome race. Now, as far as TJ, during the heat race, he was running toward the back of the pack because that's where he drew, and he found an opportunity to thread the needle, and he split two cars coming out of turn 4 right through the middle. He went and ended up passing them both. Man, what a driver! That's all you can say. What a driver! The only person I know that could probably do it any better is Sammy Swindell. And then, of course, a couple laps later, he gets taken out in turn 1 and 2. And, last week he got spun out and he stopped. Of course, he got put back on the rear, even though, another car got into him. But that's a whole different debate and one that's been, settled already. TJ tried not to stop on the track, but as long as he kept doing donuts right there in the middle of the turn, the flagman's not going to throw the caution. So he had no option but to stop. You know, it's a frustrating deal. You know, everybody spends their hard-earned money to keep the race cars going, and you know they get to the track, pay the money to get in, and pay the race. Everybody pays the same thing, uh, and you know some of the rules that they have are just pure stupid. And for what happened under the caution is real funny because you got several officials that are out there, but the only one that sees anything is the one that's furthest away. They made their decision. They stuck by it. TJ took it like a man. Got put off the track. He gets taken out and then has to leave the track. Like I said, I find it amazing that nobody's seen what went on under caution other than the official that was on the other side of the track. And the only part he seen was the end result of TJ driving over Mike Carr's car. Anyway, you know, years and years ago, TJ used to be a real rough driver. I think it's time that TJ needs to come back and start showing these guys, you know, if you want to race clean, we can race clean. If you want to race dirty, by God, he's an expert at it. He don't mind bending sheet metal at all. You know, years and years ago, when I first got into sponsoring, I sponsored Ronnie Howard. I bought a whole bunch of front ends, a whole bunch of radius rods for the sprint car and everything, and he used them all up before Riverside ever even opened. Because he'd be at Little Rock, and all the drivers over there knew how Ronnie drove, and they would all pinch him off in the corner, and Ronnie would catch that big old tractor tire and tear up a front end. Well, after about replacing 5 front ends, I told him, look, I don't mind replacing the parts, but what I do mind is you're on the hook and the other dude's still out there racing. By God, park that car in their fucking lap if you have to. I'm tired of I'm tired of replacing the parts that they're tearing up, and, you know, nothing's happening to them. So that's going to change. And once he started getting more aggressive towards them, they changed their mind a little bit how they drove it. So I guess the bottom line is, if you want respect, show respect. You run him clean, he'll run you clean. You rub him, he gonna rub you. You spin him out, you take him out, be looking to get a tore up race car. That's all I got to say about that. Congratulations, Bubba Wilburn, on winning the late model feature. Congratulations to Zach Pringle on winning the 360 feature. Man, what a race that was. Whew. They had to cut the race 10 laps from 40 to 30 because the red light switch up there at the flag stand, I think it was the original switch that they had when that track opened in 1903 when Moses was racing. And the red light switch couldn't take the punishment anymore, so they had to cut the race short. Plus, they had to repair the fence and stuff where a couple, they had many red flags. I hope Joe Miller's good. After the fire in his car last night, it said burned his ankles pretty good. Anyway, tonight I'm riding with Ronnie up to Lexington Speedway, and TJ is going to Duck River. Last I heard, he's going to Duck River up there around Nashville. Best of luck to y'all. Whoever is going where to race, good luck to you. Everybody have a safe weekend. 4th of July, have fun, do the fireworks and all. And when you're racing, bring the kids. We need to gather all this stuff back up. Y'all have a good day.